coolest things about this record to me was Josh. Because Josh came in as a producer, and the first thing he told me on the first day of the recording was, I'm not doing this album as a producer, I'm doing this album as a fan. This is the album I want to hear. This is the Soulfly record I like to hear. Okay, man, let's go. Most of the record was done in California. It was actually one block from the observatory. It was a studio called Hybrid Studios. It was cool, man. It was a good vibe. It was a big studio. And Josh was familiar with the studio. I think he did the Trivium record there, and he really loved it. And so we did most of the recording at Hybrid. We did some of the guitars. There was one week when they booked something else, so we had to go to Josh's house. And Josh has a real little studio in his house. You cannot not even do drums. It's mostly for vocals and guitar. So we did some of the guitars in his house, some of the vocals in Josh's house. And he's like, where's the tribal shit? Give me some of that tribal shit. And then we wrote Ritual, and he's like, yes, that's what I wanted, you know. And Ritual was like, took a long time, because we had the instrumental from a long time. I haven't sang it on it. We ran out of time in the studio, and Josh was like, all right, I'm flying to your house to record. We had 2 songs left, Ritual and Bite the Bullet. You gonna record in my house? Like, yep, okay. You sure? This doesn't sound very professional, man. You know, we need to go to the studio, right? He's like, no, I've done it before. Just give me a room, and I bring all my stuff with me. And we did that, so we went in my kids' room and put some blankets on the wall and some stuff. And I don't know, because I was home or something, I felt very comfortable. And the chorus of Rituals, that's when he asked me about the tribal stuff. I want the tribal stuff that you do, that there's no language. It's just whatever you do, can you do one of those, you know? And he's playing Primitive to me, and, you know, some stuff from the first record, you know, Rata Mahata. It's like that kind of shit. Like, no, we want some of that, you know. I was like, I know what you want. Press record. And we created the whole chorus of Ritual, which is like something like 12 or 16 channels of chanting on top of each other. Then you put all together, and it becomes just this crazy tribal chant, which was really cool. Like, when we heard it, it was like we're high-fiving each other. You know, it was like total retarded, very unprofessional, but we didn't care. It was like so happy to have done that, you know. And then he told me that that's what I wanted to hear as a fan. Like, I got that out of you, man, you know. And then so I think that was cool that we had a guy that's a huge producer that came in as a hardcore fan of my work and wanted to make a record that he liked it, you know, that he was excited to hear, you know. So that was cool. So the whole environment, the whole making of the record, the environment of the record, I think it was translated in this kind of relationship that we had, you know. I really like him when we did Killer Be Kill. We created a good bond when we made Killer Be Kill. So when the idea came to make the new Soulfly, it was actually Gloria's idea that we gave Josh a call, and Josh was super excited, you know. And like I said, the first thing he said was like, I'm making this album as a fan. And to me, that statement changed the whole record, you know. It wasn't like this big producer guy coming in, but more like a fan. And every time we did something cool, he'll headbang and go around the studio jumping and like, yeah, this is cool, man. You don't get to see that every day, you know. We work with a lot of producers, and so that was exciting, you know. It's exciting when you make records like that, when you get the reaction of producers and stuff, when they're making your album, and they react like that to your music. It charges everybody, you know. It gets everybody exciting.
Can you see truth? I feel the